So I couldn't resist the temptation and I bought this Thyme Bonsai, which was grown or was collected in Italian island of Sicily, where these things grow in nature almost like weeds, so perfect conditions for this kind of tree. I, however, live in the Netherlands, so very different climates, not Mediterranean at all. And as you can see, the tree did struggle a bit since I bought it. I bought it over a year ago because I first wanted to see, like, will this survive? So it survived for about half of it, and the living half of the tree is actually doing quite well with lots of new growth. But then again, we have a lot of dead stuff over here. So most trees that we style on the YouTube channel, we either do in early spring or late fall. But these Mediterranean trees, no problem at all to prune them and wire them right now. I wouldn't repot, of course. So that's what we're going to do today. First of all though, a bit of decision to be made regarding the front of the tree. So it's got this really cool twisting trunk, nice deadwood things on all sides of the tree, basically, some gin and shari. But I think the tree would look really nice if we were to tilt it more or less like that. So that's why I brought this. Perhaps even a little bit more, but for now I think this could be an angle to go for. And that would mean that the trunk is moved up a little bit, but then all this foliage would probably be growing in this direction. So today a bit of pruning here, because these are all long extensions. Definitely get rid of all these thin deadwood and probably keep the thicker one. And a bit of wiring, and that's basically it. Alright, so the entire tree wired, also the smaller branches that we can set them in position. So the reason I wire it instead of first pruning and then wiring is that I just like to set these branches in position, and then I can prune them into any length I want. Thyme bonsai is not perfect for where I live, so I have to be a little bit on the careful side of things. So I can't prune everything off, take all the growth off, so I do have to make a bit of a selection in terms of what I prune and not. But the wiring really isn't the big stress on the tree, so that should be totally fine. It would be nice to bring this main branch down a bit, so that we'll use a guy wire as well to bring it down. But for now it's setting these branches in position and then a bit of pruning, and then let the tree recover and hope for the best.
Keep track of your bonsai collection with our Bonsai Care app. It offers smart reminders, detailed care calendars, and you can track the progression of your trees over time. It is a free download in the app stores.
Alright, finished pruning the tree as well. Like I said, I just want to keep a lot of the foliage on. We did remove quite a bit, but all these branches have remained long and, let's face it, leggy, because I just need this growth. So by opening up the branch structure, my hope is that the tree will remain healthy and will push new growth to the interior of the tree. Because my end image, if the tree survives, would be that this is basically the highest point of the tree and that all the foliage will be in this section. So not here, but here in the middle of the tree. But to get there, I think we had to make this step today. So it feels like a bit risky because we had to prune the tree, but it's the only way to ever make something out of this tree other than ship it back to Sicily and let them deal with the tree. I'll keep you posted. Also, if the tree won't make it, I'll definitely show you that, because that will be an important lesson as well. But let's see if, against all odds, the tree survives and we can make a nice bonsai out of it. Because the bones of the tree, the dead wood, it's just fantastic. So let's see how the tree does in about a year from now. So the thing I was a little afraid of happened. The tree died. During winter, I took it indoors because I can't leave it outdoors, it's just too cold. And indoors, I kept it in an unheated room, not very light, like it had some sunlight, but not a lot. And slowly over time, it just got weaker and weaker, and to a point where it dropped all the foliage. And right now, there's no more hope. This is all dried up. So the way of seeing that the tree is really dead is that if you break these branches, if it breaks easily, and if there's no more green, it's dead. And this is the case for this tree. So I am a little sad. I was really hoping to be able to keep a beautiful tree like this in my area, which is Western Europe. But I think the only lesson to be learned from this video is don't buy material that just really isn't suitable for wherever you live. And that is a bigger theme. Of course, you shouldn't buy an outdoor bonsai if you can only keep it indoors. And in that same fashion, you shouldn't be buying Mediterranean trees if you live in Western Europe, where it's just not a good place to keep them. So very sad, but unfortunately there's nothing we can do. The tree is dead and I'll throw it away.